So in this video, we're going to be discussing the Red Sox infield because currently two positions are set. You've got shortstop Trevor Story and first base Wilson Contreras. That means that second and third are open. Now Marcelo Meyer will get one of those two positions. It looks like he's going to play third base. The Red Sox, they've said for months now that if Bregman were to walk, they'd want Meyer at third because his natural position is at shortstop, of course, and it will just be a lot easier for him. But they also said that if something happens, they get a big time third baseman. Well, yeah, they'll play him at second. They don't mind doing that. But if we're being honest, there isn't a big time third baseman available. Eugenio Suarez absolutely matches, but he's a horrible defender. And I just don't think it would be wise for the Red Sox to have a bad defender at third, given that, well, they've got Ranger Suarez, Garrett Crochet, and Brian Bayo. And even like Oviedo and Sonny Gray, these guys just give up a lot of ground balls. And in order to be able to win behind them, you just need good gloves. Contreras is very good at first defensively. Trevor Story's elite. Meyer, we know what he brings. The other player, if you can get Nico Horner, who's as elite as it gets at second base, well, all of a sudden you're talking about an amazing infield. Now, power will be a concern. There's no question about that. But the Red Sox, they can still put up runs. We've seen that time and time again. They, of course, are going to have a full year of Roman Anthony. Marcelo Meyer has an absurd amount of power. I wouldn't mind the Red Sox at all if they get Nico Horner. I mean, that would be pretty much a perfect offseason. I mean, they didn't get Pete Alonso. They didn't get Kyle Tucker. They didn't get maybe like the biggest names in the world, but they didn't need to do that. Like the Red Sox were a good team last year. And I think they've got the potential to be a great team. I mean, I actually really like what the Red Sox are doing. They're playing it smart. They still have an elite farm system. They didn't just dump it to go get a Freddie Peralta, for example, from the Brewers who's expiring. Craig Breslow, I mean, give him his flowers. He has put this team into a situation to where they absolutely can win a World Series this year, and they're going to be able to compete for a while. But in terms of this video, we are going to be talking about that opening in the infield. And we're going to just go right to Ken Rosenthal because he actually put out a report earlier saying that he believes the Red Sox have one more big move in them. People will point to Nico Horner, but doesn't think Cubs will trade him. Brendan Donovan, less likely because Sox don't necessarily want to add another lefty. Yeah, Brendan Donovan is absolutely not happening. I will say, though, about Horner, the reason why the Cubs are not expected to trade him isn't because they're not shopping him. It's because of the cost, and they want pitching. And the Red Sox, this is where they can come in and actually give them pitching. I mean, you go ahead and you look at our starting rotation. Number 1, Crochet. 2 is going to be Ranger Suarez. 3, Sonny Gray. 4, Bayo. And then 5 would be Oviedo. That means that you've got Early, you've got Tolley, Carter Crawford, Tanner Houck. I'm just naming some. You also got to throw in Kyle Harrison. There's just so much pitching the Red Sox have, and they have more minor league pitching even beyond that, that they could go ahead and get a deal done for Nico, because now all of a sudden you've got an infield of at first base Contreras, second base Horner, shortstop Story, and third base Meyer. Meyer, there's going to be questions about his arm. Is it going to be able to be at third? But Meyer, I mean, even when he played third for the Red Sox last season, was good there. He was very good at second base as well in the infield. Christian Campbell's another guy. We're going to get in him a little bit later. The Red Sox, they're going to have to find a role for him. It's going to be a crowded team. But I don't think there's ever a circumstance in baseball where you can have too much talent. Like, you never look at a team and say, oh, too much good outfielders. Jarren Duran, what do we do with them? Or you look at and say, oh, well, Peyton Tolley's our number 1 prospect. Where is he going to pitch? I mean, that's exactly what the Red Sox, I'd imagine, want. And by the time, of course, look, 2 weeks, I mean, pitchers and catchers are going to be reporting. But by the time we start to get into training camp, spring training, oh my God, is going to be about a month. And then we're going to get to see these guys work and pitch and just get reps. And I legitimately think the Red Sox have enough to be able to compete. Coming into the offseason, I was all about the big names. Freddie Peralta, Fernando Tatis Jr., Pete Alonso. But then you start to think about it, even like Bo Bichette, Kyle Tucker. But that's not how you win. Like the Dodgers, yeah, they just buy players and they have a good farm system and they win. But teams, they need to be methodical. And the Red Sox, they did sign Masataka Yoshida. It didn't work out as of right now, and I think that has held them back. But this team, it's got so much young talent. It's gone ahead and made good value moves like Oviedo, Contreras. It almost feels like the Red Sox are playing chess here while other teams are playing checkers. And you look at the Mets. They have spent a lot of money this offseason. And last season they did as well, and they didn't even make the playoffs. The Red Sox, would I like to see them spend maybe 20, 25 more million? I mean, yeah, absolutely. Of course, it's going to give them a better chance. But I do think that the Red Sox strategy of just elite pitching and good defense, I mean, that's always how you've won. If you just score one more run than the opposition, you win the game. And with this starting rotation, they're going to have a very good chance to do that. Power, where is it going to come from? Well, Trevor Story is probably going to hit 25 home runs again. I'm looking at Contreras, who's probably going to hit 25 home runs. Roman Anthony's absolutely going to hit 25 to 30 home runs. Marcel Meyer might even hit more than that if he can just stay healthy. There's a lot of ifs for the Red Sox, but if everything pans out and connects, this team is going to be as dangerous as anyone. I would say a couple weeks ago I was disappointed with the Red Sox. I mean, but then they got Suarez and the trades that they made on top of that, and now there's one more cooking, apparently, Ken Rosenthal thinks. Yeah, I feel great about this team and what they're doing, and I'm excited about it. And I want to end the video on this, and I might make an entire video on Christian Campbell, but we got to talk about what is his role going to be? Because he looks like a utility guy. He's probably best in the outfield. His minor league coach in AAA said that he likes him in the outfield. There's just no way, though, that Campbell is going to be able to consistently play in the outfield. I think he's going to move around and kind of just fill in here. And he's just, you look at Campbell, we know he can hit, struggles in the field, but that was also when he was at second base. Now he's in the outfield, and he's able to use more of his athleticism and his range. And like second base, I mean, second's not an easy position to play. I mean, Dustin Pedroia was here for so long, and we just kind of felt like it was, but some guys just belong in the outfield. And Campbell, his range to be able to track down fly balls and get to them, he was fun to watch. Especially, this is a guy that's going to hit probably over 300, and he's going to see the ball well. He's got discipline. I like Campbell. I mean, he got off to a basically like an unheard of start for a Red Sox rookie. He was that good. And then he kind of came down to reality. But it doesn't mean that just because he struggled, he's not going to work out. I believe in Christian Campbell. He hits the ball hard, which is like exit velocity is such a big thing in baseball. And I look at really two guys offensively coming in for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu and Christian Campbell, to me that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on. I do think that Wilyer hasn't really had a breakout. Like, he's been good, but we're kind of waiting for him to have that just big-time monster season. I think it's coming out of him, and I think Christian Campbell will also be good. Like, I think the Red Sox are absolutely going to compete this season for the AL. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Dodgers, but I do think that the Red Sox will be playing deep in October. I mean, had it not been for a couple of the mistakes that went against us, the Red Sox really probably could have pushed in October. Maybe Roman kind of comes back against the Blue Jays. Who really knows? I don't think the Red Sox would have beat the Blue Jays, but they definitely would have made it close. So, yeah, guys, just keep the faith, believe in this team, believe in Craig. He's going to make one more move, and then the Red Sox are going to go into, of course, the spring with a team that they believe can compete.